So picture this. It's pre-Giuliani New York. There's still coin-operated jerk-off booths in 42nd Avenue, and hasn't been taken over by Guy Fieri and Mickey Mouse and all that shit. So I go cruising in there to go to film school. I'm going to this prestigious art school that's prestigious for illustration and fine art and stuff, and it ain't shit for filmmaking. It's just really a really overpriced film school. But that's okay, because what else am I going to do? So I in New York, and I hadn't gone there, hadn't made a trip there to visit the place. I just sent in this script that I wrote in my application about the guy with the umbrella in Pioneer Courthouse Square coming to life and killing everyone with that umbrella. And they let me in because it was so good. Any Hooters. So I get to New York and, so naive. Anyways, I'm just loaded down with tons of luggage, and I'm getting out at Madison Square Garden, and I have no idea where I am or where I'm going. I have the address of the dorm. So I'm cruising up and down, and I can't find the dorm. And because I'm not willing to, this is the first level of acceptance in this story, I'm not willing to accept that the dorm is a fully horrible YMCA SRO type joint on 34th and 8th, where there's 3 levels of people who are in short-term residency. There's 3 levels of the School of Visual Arts, which is where I went. There's 2 levels of the Fashion Institute of Technology, and then above that, there's another 2 or 3 levels of sort of a sex offender halfway house. The room, this is a visual, is literally this big. I can touch either the walls like this. And at some point, the radiator exploded and the whole thing smelled like bong water. So thankfully, the film department is mostly populated with foreign wealthy come to this country to get a degree and make films, and they're all very cool. There's Budi Kirstina from Sri Lanka, and he's got really good hash. Katrina Sandezel, who is some kind of German princess, and she smokes the really good hash. Morten Andersen, who, believe it or not, is from Norway. He's kind of a Viking dude. He liked to go out to the clubs. And there was Andre, whose name is escaping me, his last name is escaping me. He was from Spain, and he was a cool dude. He actually opened a club for Morten to go to, because he was that kind of guy. And then my 2 best friends were these 2 Japanese guys, Raul Sato, who was kind of like if Akira Kurosawa and William Gibson had a love child. He was sort of a traditionalist Japanese android of a man. He didn't sleep, he's one of these guys, like, he'd be working all night on some crazy project, and at 5:30 in the morning, he'd wake up and he'd go, oatmeal! And he didn't sleep. And the other Japanese friend of mine was Mitsuhara Nishioka, who came from a long line of kabuki performers. And every oldest male of this lineage had become a kabuki performer, except for Mitsu, who came to New York to pursue his dream of being a filmmaker. So we all worked on each other's projects, and mine, because I had no money, was basically like naked people in chairs and fish tanks with fireworks in them and stuff like that. Gritty New York scenes with hand puppets, etc., etc. But I was creative. They, however, had budgets, because they came from money. Mitsu and Raul lived in a kind of condo-ish apartment on the Upper East Side. Bruce and Demi had a residence a few floors above them. So we were working on Mitsu's student project, his big project for freshman year, maybe this was sophomore year by this point. And we're in his apartment, and got the reputation mainly because they would feed me of being willing to do anything on film. And Mitsu asked me to star in his project and dress me up as an onaga, which is a man portraying a woman in a kabuki theater. And it was an elaborate outfit. And as soon as you're in a costume like that, it's like, you just start kind of moving like, doing this. It's just instinct. So we're shooting these things around his apartment. I'm forcefully eating various fruits and American treats and just shoving them in my made-up face and having to get remade up. But Mitsu doesn't care because, it's an unlimited budget for that guy. So he's shooting and shooting, we're shooting, and it gets later and later and later, and everyone's getting loopy. And at about 12:30, 1 a.m. our time, the phone, this is pre-cell phone, the phone starts ringing. And he's not answering it. And it's just that thing of like, oh my God, somebody answer the phone. Over and over and over and over and over again. And so finally, Mitsu picks up the phone and he has a short conversation in Japanese, which, I don't speak at all, so I don't know what it's about. And he hangs up the phone and seems nonplussed. And we head out into the New York night, and it's like winter, and it's about 28 degrees. And he films me like walking through Central Park in the middle of the, it's early hours. Has anyone heard of the club called The World? Well, it was down on 3rd Avenue, and like a lot of the like spin-off goth bands would play there, and like the Pixies would do secret shows there. It was a really cool club. Mitsu rented that out and hired all these like disco kiddos and people he knew and had a big party. And anytime anybody saw me, he was following me with like 4 cameras. Anytime anybody saw me, they were supposed to come up and like push me in this freaking gown thing that I kept like falling inside of, and it was just like push, push. He's getting all this footage, and we walked all the way back up through, and as dawn was breaking in Manhattan, it was just, this madness setting in the brains of us all. We were artists and we were getting it done, and and we get back to their super fancy apartment, and I'm like, oh God, there's no murderers in the shower, the fridge works, this is awesome. And he's shooting me like reclining and lying on the floor and whatnot, and I'm fine with that, and they keep feeding me things, and the phone rings again, just keeps ringing. And people, it's like 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning by now, and there may have been some booty Christina hash involved in the night. And it was pretty fucking weird at this point. And the phone just keeps going, and I'm in this, by now, filthy, tattered dress thing. I forget what it's called exactly. And Mitsu breaks out a koto, the little instrument, and he starts playing it. Because his family's from the Edo period of kabuki players, and he was training to do that until he fled Nagoya or some city over there and came to Manhattan to be a filmmaker. And he's sitting at 7 in the morning, and I'm just like, okay, we're going to 2001: The Space Odyssey time now. And the phone is ringing. And I'm, birthing a baby through the universal teleportal system, and finally he answers the damn phone and has another short conversation in Japanese, and I can tell this time it's a little more somber. And he hangs up the phone and he just goes straight into his bedroom, closes the door. And I'm sitting there with my other Japanese friend Raul, and I asked Raul, what is that about? He said, well, when Mitsu left Japan, his grandfather threatened to commit suicide if he didn't come back and follow the family legacy. And today, Mitsu decided that he's going to quit film school and go back to Japan and be a dancer or a performer. So he never finished his film. I've never seen all that footage. But that's acceptance for you.